Alright, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we are in Great Falls, Montana. We are at the Montana Express Yard. This is compliments of ATS Expansion from ReconLobster and Driver 47. And we're using this as our home base today. We are going to be picking up some materials. They are engine crates, and we are going to take them up to Big Equipment, which is also another ATS expansion yard up in Hoover, Montana. We have right here the Freightliner Hatreshaker. We've seen it before on this channel, but we're going to take another look. We do have Zeemods N14 Select in her. And the trailer, which I'm actually going to pull up the lift axles on right now. I'll show you. This is Doepker's Flatbed from Retro Development. Pretty cool. Make it easier for us to turn. So let's get going. We already have the job scheduled, and we got to get over there. We're not too far from where we're picking up the engine crates, but we do need to get a move on.
After 100 yards, turn right. Turn right.
475 horsepower in this N14, and of course we got a 15 speed, compliments of Fury 6. Got to take this flatbed a little bit wider. Yeah, have not been in the Hatreyshaker in a while.
After 100 yards, turn left.
But I'm liking it. It's one of my favorites for sure.
Turn left.
We turn left here? Yeah. Thought for a second that was an off-ramp.
After 100 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Yep, here's the Kenworth. This is where we're picking up those engine crates.
You have reached your destination.
Alright, I'm going to go pick them up. Be right back. So I think we'll just go around here. It's not going to leave a whole lot of room for error, because we do have that median in the way right there, as you see right there. But if we can straighten her out as much as possible, we can just go straight back. In theory, anyway. Get our four ways on. Honk the horn, let them know we're coming. And let's go start headed back. We gotta stick to this side here. Did we already screw it up? We are turning pretty good with these with this lift axle now. Just gonna kind of keep an eye on that. See if we don't run into the building with the truck. Yeah, we're going to be good now. Looked like it was angled and going back to the right a little bit more than it was. Well, we're looking pretty good here. I'm going to bring it in just a bit. That should be pretty good. There we go. Alright. Let's get these engine crates loaded. Alright, we've got the engine crates already loaded. Got the lift axles dropped back down again. Probably could carry without those extra axles. We only have 15,432 pounds on here. Just kind of threading the needle out of here. Turn way over here. Windows up. So for those of you not familiar with the Hatreshaker here, it's a Freightliner.
100 yards, turn left.
It's a Freightliner Classic, and it's
Turn left.
I think he's selling it for because this is by Hatreyu. I think he's selling it for, I want to say, 20 bucks, something like that. He has a lot of free trucks, including the Hatrebuilt, if you're familiar with that. Same guy that made this, but this one is actually a payware. Well worth it, and a very reasonable price.
Turn right.
So there are a ton of customizations on the outside of this truck, and I wish it had a few more, but it's probably one of my favorite trucks just because while I do have some control over the inside styling and color of it, I don't have a ton of nodes.
After 50 yards, exit right ahead.
I don't have a ton of nodes, but it already looks so good.
Exit right ahead.
Like it's just a very unique dash display. All the gauges real easy to see, and kind of gives you, kind of feel like you're really immersed in an older truck, and I really like that. So even though it doesn't have tons of nodes and stuff to customize, that's okay by me. That's why it's still one of my favorites. I've had it for a while now. And so a lot of people like to kind of cruise on the outside, and we'll show you a little bit on the outside. Some of these cars are merging. Just looking pretty good. I've got another version that's more of a, it's more built up like a, whoa. It's more built up like a work truck. It's actually a logging truck set up. Spin around here, see what's going on. Oh yeah, they were just stopping just because, but I really like the look of this truck. Let me cruise over here, show you the other side. Got retro development wheels on this too. Got a couple different customization for the lights too.
Go straight.
Ooh. Slow it up as we're coming through town here. Looks like we're about to make a left.
Go straight.
But yeah, overall, nice truck. Like it. We have run it, and actually I did run it on a, God, it's probably about 4 or 5 months ago. Did a logging trip with it, and you got chains in on the front hanging down from the bumper. Had a nice headache rack in it. Maybe I should have put a headache rack on this. I had designed this, and I was actually going to run it with a dry van or a reefer. That's why I didn't put a headache rack on it. But I pulled it out today, and I really just haven't run the Doepker flatbed in a while, so that is exactly what we're doing. And it was, you know, kind of cool. I did want to show you a little bit more with the ATS expansion. Not only just starting out at one place or going to one place, but actually going to both. So we have, yeah, the Montana Express Yard where we started off in Great Falls. That's been around for a little while. I think he's done a little bit of touch up on it since it's come out. Big equipment is fairly new compared to the Montana Express Yard.
Keep left. After 50 yards, turn left. Turn left.
And it's pretty cool because we can kind of go from yard to yard and have something customized rather than just the standard SCS yards. But at the same time, it's not very far, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, because I have the Sissel Route Advisor. We're looking at under 2 hours on this drive, so I like to try to keep the drives a little bit short for you. We're showing a little bit of the truck, a little bit of the trailer, and the yards when we get there, but we don't always need like 400 or 500 yards on a drive.
Go straight.
What do we got in here? 30? Yeah, so we're just about there. That was good timing. I think we just gotta stay to the right here.
Go straight.
Really tightened up those brakes, the brake sensitivity, because I was driving. I was actually driving a Cascadia earlier. I know not too many people like the newer trucks, but I go back and forth between them, and I think it's under gameplay. We need to take the brake sensitivity down a little bit, or the brake intensity. Yeah. Make it seem like we've got a little bit more weight on it. Probably shouldn't take that much away. We only have 16,000 or under 16,000 pounds on it. But kind of RP it as if you got more weight. It's an older truck, you know, not as efficient brakes. The weight of the truck has got to be more anyway. Just because it doesn't have half of it built out of fiberglass like the new ones, or whatever they're made out of. So we're just gonna chill here for a bit and we'll get back on the road. Alright, well, we finally made it out of town. Must have hit another 4 or 5 signals. Just a series of reds. So I thought I would cut that out of the video so you guys don't have to see it. But one thing I wanted to say is I was actually going to feature a completely different yard and pickup spot. I was going to do a completely different run with the ATS Expansion. But I ran into some snags, and it seems like the problem is actually not with ReconLobster and the ATS Expansion. It has to do with one of the profiles that I've been trying to clean up. So for whatever reason, I wasn't able to get the loads that I was supposed to. And it is, it's one of the newer additions that they've put. It's also in Montana. It's in the city of Kalispell, which is in the northwest corner of Montana. And what he's got featured there is a little yard and house, you know, like he normally does. But it also, down the street, it has a brewery. And it's kind of a micro brew, and I think they came up with a fictional name, so it's not like Heineken or Budweiser or something like that. It's the Cineptoro micro brew or something like that. I'll have to look at the exact name of it, but it's actually labeled after one of the guys who's working on a lot of the models, Cineptoro, to help out ReconLobster and Driver 47. So hopefully I can get all those kinks worked out, and maybe we can do a load of some craft beer out of there pretty soon. So that is what's going to be on the to-do list, because I definitely want to show that off. And the northwest of Montana I really like. I mean, I like all of Montana, but there's a lot more of it that's I don't know, just kind of flat, plain, especially like the middle of the state and stuff like that. But the northwest, you know, bordering right on Idaho, it's really cool. Take her down to 45. So we're coming through a town here. See if we're going to slow down. Oh, yep, there's 30. Just a bit more. There we go. We're coming up on it pretty quick. Only got another probably 20 minutes game time. And I have not been to this yard yet, so I don't know exactly what it looks like. So I'm going to kind of check the map here. Should be almost right around the bend. Not up there yet, though. Thinking that's going to be it. Thinking that's going to be it. That is it.
After 100 yards, turn right.
Yeah, so I saw these tractors lined up before, but this was before he actually had the whole yard finished up. Oop, screwed that up. And it didn't have that big equipment sign. That's why I'd never seen it before. All right, where are we dropping off? We go check in over here, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so we gotta actually take these things around to the other side of the building. They're not ready to store them quite yet. They got a few things that they need to move around. Those guys, they're trying to mess with some other equipment still. So we're going to take these around the backside so it doesn't clutter everything else up. Got some big equipment here. Guess that's why they call it big equipment.
Seriously?
That was horrible. That was horrible.
Turn right.
See if we can get around this guy here. This big bud. I don't think we're gonna clip him. I think we're good. So this is where we need to take him, all the way up here. There's a little bit of an incline here. Didn't even realize that when I was looking at it. I think he said just leave him right here beside the building for right now. Probably be able to get a forklift over here to take these things off. There we go. We'll call that good. 4 ways on. Big dump trucks. All right, let's get her off. So yeah, that's Hatreyu's Freightshaker. Pretty good with the again with the N14 and the Doepker flatbed. The Doepker flatbed, by the way, by Retro Development, same guy who I'm sure you've heard of him. Those are his wheels right there too. The flatbed is absolutely free. I wonder if it'll allow me to raise it with that weight on there. Should. There you go. I think that, I don't know the way SCS does it, but I think it's programmed so that they won't go up if it's beyond a certain weight. I think someone said that at some point. I don't know, I haven't really tried it with a ton of weight on it, but being able to put those first and fourth axles up really helps with the turning radius when you're trying to turn in pretty tight. But that is going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you can see all of my videos. I will see you on the next one. Take care.